And we're coming up on 10:30 here on Portland CW.
We want to catch you up on tonight's top headlines. A judge in Baker County tossed out statewide coronavirus restrictions imposed by Oregon Governor Kate Brown, but late tonight, the Oregon Supreme Court issued a stay, halting that order. This means Governor Brown's stay-home orders will remain in place while the court looks further into the case to make a final ruling.
Well, the first drug to show some real promise in treating COVID-19 is now being delivered to local hospitals. The Oregon Health Authority will be distributing remdesivir after getting a supply this weekend. Local patients were involved in the clinical trial, which shows remdesivir can shorten COVID-19 symptoms and the disease itself by about 4 days.
The state of Oregon is providing more than $8 million in rent relief. It's for Oregonians most affected in the pandemic, especially those who've lost their jobs and are at risk of losing their homes. Nonprofits are distributing the funds to landlords. To find funding, contact your local community action center or call 211.
It started today. Everyone is required to wear face coverings when you fly out of Portland International Airport. Jacqueline Abad spoke to travelers and shows us what other safety procedures PDX is taking to keep people safe.
As you enter Portland International Airport, you'll see this sign. A reminder to have your face covering, stay 6 feet apart, and wash your hands.
So with all the things going on right now, it just makes a lot of sense, and I think that it's necessary for the public health.
As of today, face coverings are required, except for children under the age of 2 and people who have medical conditions that prevent wearing one. N95 masks are not required. While some travelers got the heads up and came prepared,
I saw it on Southwest's website when I checked in yesterday.
Others didn't know.
I wish I had known before I came here, but I have a few in my backpack.
And for those who didn't bring one, we saw workers handing out face coverings to those who forgot them today.
Yeah, we have a limited supply of the masks, so particularly when it's brand new and people are still learning about it, or you're used to bringing your ID to the airport now. It may be that we have to be used to packing our face coverings and bringing those to the airport as well.
During this pandemic, PDX is rearranging spaces to keep people 6 feet apart. The airport is also implementing other rules, like closing greeting areas. So if you're picking up a loved one or a friend, stay outside in your car instead of going in.
We haven't had a lot of people in the airport. As we're starting to see volumes pick up a tiny little bit, we're really considering all of the things we can do to help make the whole process safer for folks.
Reporting from PDX, Jacqueline Abad, KOIN 6 News.
And TriMet will also be requiring all riders to wear masks starting on Wednesday. They will also be cleaning buses and trains, they say, more during the day.
Cowlitz County is in phase 1 of Governor Jay Inslee's Safe Start plan. Today, on Mayor Monday on AM Extra here on Portland CW, Woodland Mayor Will Finn said his town and the county as a whole is ready to move into phase 2. Here's what he told us this morning.
For Cowlitz County, we need to open back up. And I did make that request to our commissioners and to our health officials a couple of weeks ago, but was denied. There's a process that's in place. I appreciate the process, but at this point, I think that we can move a little bit faster.
He says the county doesn't meet the criteria to advance to phase 2. There are just 4 confirmed cases in Woodland, according to Mayor Finn. And in Cowlitz County, there are 68 confirmed cases and no deaths.
Well, KOIN is your local election headquarters, and you have until 8 p.m. tomorrow to get your Oregon ballot into a drop box. It's too late now to mail it in. Oregon's getting a lot of attention from other states as COVID-19 threatens turnout elsewhere, but the pandemic is also affecting our local elections. Lisa Balick reports.
At county election offices all throughout Oregon, they're making changes to protect voters as well as staff, especially when it comes to physical distancing. It looks a lot different inside county elections offices. Everyone with a mask and lots of empty space between workers and voters. Where usually 275 temporary workers gather to open and check ballots for errors, there are now only 150 people, spaced 6 feet apart. Many in the longtime crew of mainly seniors are staying home. They're in the high-risk group for the virus. County library workers are filling in since the libraries are shut down. This could all lead to a possible change in the speed of some results.
They'll still see a lot of the results right at 8 o'clock on election night. What may be a bit different is that because there's fewer people in the building, we won't be able to provide as many returns in the subsequent reports. So the report that, say, happens at 11 p.m. or 1 a.m.
To help cut down on the crowd at the counter for those looking to get a ballot, you can call and get your ballot and run out to your car. Something else new in Multnomah County? Besides official drop boxes, you can also deposit your ballot in a library book slot by 8 p.m. tomorrow, and it'll be picked up on time. I checked and found out it's library book returns in Multnomah County only. Meanwhile, Oregon, the first state to go to all mail-in elections, is getting massive national attention, as other states are looking to follow. Oregon Senator Ron Wyden's bill is pushing to allow it.
To make it possible for everybody in America to vote the Oregon way, by mail, we're going to do everything we can to make that possible for this fall.
Keep in mind, tonight it's too late to mail your ballot. You'll have to put it in a drop box by 8 o'clock tomorrow night. In downtown Portland, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.
And stay with KOIN 6 News for complete coverage of the primary. Tomorrow we'll bring you results as they come in right at 8 o'clock. Then on KOIN 6 News at 10 and 11, we'll be joined by political experts to break down the results for you. Right now you can find in-depth interviews with candidates and information about ballot measures on KOIN.com. New details tonight on a shooting in Kelso. We now know the people involved in what police say was a murder-suicide. Friday night, 60-year-old Scott Belinsky shot and killed 31-year-old Brittany Thuney in an AM/PM parking lot. Now, police say he then took his own life. Belinsky is the grandfather of Thuney's 7-year-old son. That child is now with Thuney's immediate family. Police are still investigating the motive. Well, Tigard police looking for the suspect or suspects that robbed a contact and eyeglass shop. The robbery happened Friday morning. The store says roughly $15,000 worth of items were stolen. If you have any information, you're asked to call police.
KOIN 6 is following up on a hybrid trike stolen from a 101-year-old. Clackamas County deputies were able to return the trike to Chester Cunningham. Somebody found it in their yard recently. Cunningham won't accept the $1,200 donated to him to help him buy a new trike. Instead, he says he wants it to go to help feed people in need.
Well, new tonight, quite the mess to clean up in Cedar Hills after a huge tree fell down. It was blocking Southwest 122nd and Greenwood Street. We're told that oak tree was 75 to 100 feet tall. The good news here, no one was hurt. Washington County Sheriff's officers responded and directed traffic while they were cleaning up there.
Wow, lucky it didn't fall on any nearby homes, my goodness. Well, there's a renewed interest in gardening as people stay home during the coronavirus pandemic. One Vancouver girl is using her extra time to encourage others to get their hands dirty. Photojournalist Ellen Hansen has more on her new project.
Back in World War I and World War II, they had a really big food shortage. So people